welcome back. It is another edition of Tell It All Fridays. Yes, I know that my appearance is looking like, what going on with hair? But I put a little hair turban. You see my little hairs and thing? Next time I just slick it on, give me some baby's hairs. But we back. This video is going to be somewhat enlightening to others, somewhat funny to others, just a whole bunch of foolery, because this video is about all the Tinder fails and weird ass people that I have met on Tinder. So currently I am single, woo 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 woo, but my cousin had
my mad ass cousin.
So I'll just go back and tell y'all how I got on Tinder, the different type of men that I met on Tinder, and just some weird experiences that I had. So my cousin was the first one to be like, you know what, we're gonna put you in Tinder because you're trying to have a wedding every 2 to 3 years, and everybody else is engaged, have relationships with their boyfriend. We need to find you a man. I said, what? So she was like, I'm downloading you the app. So she downloaded the app. I put my picture up there, maybe some random little bio or whatever. But it's been crazy. It's been a crazy ass experience. So one of the first guys that I met, or that I'm gonna just talk about, is he literally, he's from France, and we still follow each other on Instagram and Snapchat. But he was weird. He was like, I want to sniff your worn panty. And I was like, you want to do what? He was like, yeah, I want to sniff your worn panties. And I was like, but what kind of... I ain't never had a man tell me nothing like that. So I'm looking at him about, So you a cat sniffer? You out there sniffing cats? The man was like, I'll pay you. And I was like, what? You gonna pay me? So now I'm over here well, how much you willing to pay per panty? Because this could be a good business out here. How much are you willing to pay per panty? He was like, I'm willing to pay $100. Just to sniff a worn panty? Well, I went and got some lace panties, different colors, ready for the bacchanal, wearing the panty, yes, we gonna get this man some warm panties. He gonna be, right? Because, the way how I imagine it is, that clip from Charlie's Angel where the weird guys pull out her hair and sniff it like he did this deep inhale sniff. That's how I'm like, yo, that's how you gonna be out here sniffing panties, right? So we were supposed to, because he was in Brooklyn for maybe a month, because he's always traveling, always going here, then everywhere, him and his friends and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, I want to go to this bar that was on Franklin and Eastern Parkway. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet you up tonight, and we go, exchange the panties or whatever. So I go, I'm leaving work, I'm about to go home, organize myself. So I take the bus to my car instead of walking up the damn hill from my old job. As I'm coming off the bus, I don't know how, but I ended up twisting my ankle a little bit and sprained it, so it got swollen and was hurting. So I had to tell the man that I couldn't meet up that night to go and give him my worn panties. So clearly Jesus was like,
where you going? Where your ass going?
This foolishness, Karima. You ain't going nowhere. I protecting you. And Jesus says, stay there, mind your business. And so I had to put my mind your business on and rest up and go to the urgent care the next morning to get days off from work because my ankle was this swollen and hurting, and I couldn't even walk right. So that's Tinder field number 1. My next story is how I met this guy. And when I say men, I would swipe right. So in my old area was a lot of gentrification going on. So there are a lot of white men that I'm swiping on. And this particular one was I usually date black girls, but my ex, she used to complain that how he wasn't satisfying her. right? And I was like, what? She used to be complaining. He was like, yeah, she used to beg me to do a threesome. And I'm like, she used to beg you to do a threesome? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, what? And he was like, let me tell you the story. And I was like, okay, well, tell me the story. He's like, but first off, I got to tell you that I'm a cuckold. You a what? Now, I did not know what this entailed when he told me that this is what he was into, and then he proceeds to go into a whole story about him and his ex. So I'm gonna give you the story how he gave it to me, and then or you tell me if you will be with a man after that. So for the cuckold, I was just like, okay. So he was explaining it to me, and I was like, oh, all right. So you just want me to be mean and beat you up and all type of thing, and you get off. You get your off for that. I said, oh, okay, this is different. So he was like, oh, that him and his ex went to like a random bar, and they picked up this black guy, right? Because the girl was like, she want black toti and she life. And if toti is D-I-C-K, toti. Okay, I'm very Trinidadian, so I had to give you a little lesson. So she went, and they got this man, and they took this man back to their apartment. And he was like, he was big and burly, and I'm like, what? Okay. And then he was like, oh, that none of their contraceptives that he had could fit on the black man toti. So the black man decided, I'm gonna bull is F-U-C-K. So now I'm giving y'all lessons. So he was like, I'm gonna bull your girl first and raw. And he was like, okay, like you let the man punk you into having sex with your girlfriend unprotected and raw in front of your face. Well, you's a mux. But this is what he into. This is what he into. I said, all right, you want to be intimidated. You want to, hey, all right. So he proceeds to give me this story and be like, oh, that they was in the middle of their stuff, and the one guy is like hitting from behind, and he did, right, but he could feel the man balls on his head. I was like, whoa. What?
Straight, no shame.
What?
No shame, no shame.
And then the fact that he wasn't even shamed to repeat this story or to make this story be a precedence in his life about the foolery, I was just outdone. I said, what you say? And the story, the climax of the story was, I was so outdone. I said, no, you really have to be out here and asking people, what are you what are you into sexually? Because we need to align sexually. If we're not aligning, if you over here want to be swinging from the chandelier and I just go with a little back shot on bed, what we doing? Oh yeah, what we doing? The man said that the man came in his girlfriend and he ate the girl out.
Crazy.
Please. How? I said no. I said Jesus. Tell the people to leave me alone today. So he got blocked. So he got blocked, unmatched. Right? Then the other story about this guy, a lot of people use Tinder to hook up. Like, let's just call it what it is, a spade. My cousin, she put me on there because she wanted me to date more, because she had a friend who met her fiance on Tinder. But I feel like it all depends on the different caliber of men that you meet and what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this guy was like, we talking, we match, we talking, He's a white man. He gonna turn and say, he started getting very sexual in his, conversation and things like that. And so he was like, I just want to power you. And I'm like, power? Like, why you want to power me? Like, hello, I'm very powerful my damn self. I don't need no man to want to power me because I am what I am. And the man was like, I just want you to be my slave. You want me to be your what? What you say? I just want you to be my slave and I'll be the master. So I said, what is it? I said, sir, that don't sound right. And I was like, no. Like, my ancestors did not go through slavery for me to go and find a white man now and have a white man make me be his slave/sex slave, and he the master want to beat me, whip me, and all type of thing. Like that was just too much. And I was like, hell no. And this man go turn to me. It was like it sucks to be me to swipe with the most classiest nigga on the dead app.
Oh, hell no. Dead.
I nearly dead, but I had to revive myself. And I had to revive myself with some decorum. Because it took every ounce of me not to give him the bop that he deserved. But I gave him an educational, nice, nasty bop. I didn't give him the what the and who you're talking to. No. I gave him the most calm, like, well, I'm so sorry that you feel that way, sir, but let me tell you something. My ancestors, blase, for me to go and downgrade myself to be in a bed with the likes of you. Ooh, yes, baby. Get it? Ooh. Then he wanna text me a day later and apologize and be like, oh, people to call him a lot of names. And I was like, yeah, I can think of so many to call you. Asshole, dick, cunt, whatever. So yeah, I have had a lot of weird ass experiences over Tinder. Like people say the most craziest things, and it just be like, I wonder if people really talk about talk about the way that they talk about it, like via text and stuff, in person with people. Like I want a man to be like, I want to lick your booty. You want to do what? Ew. Stop it. But yeah, so that's just 3 examples of like my most craziest shit ever. And I just laugh because there's a lot of foolishness around me. But foolishness is really real, and all I can say is just shake my head. So you please beware on Tinder, okay? Because there are some people lurking, them little horny men and dandy lurking. And just, I wish that this video will be a lesson to others, or y'all tell me what was your craziest dating experience. What's your craziest Tinder experience? Like, what have happened to you out there? Because I know if I have several stories, that a lot of people out here got many stories too. And I just want to be here to hear y'all out. Let it be an open forum. Please comment, like, share, repost the video, because people, it's real out there. So this has been another rendition of Tell It All Friday. I hope that you enjoyed your Friday, will enjoy your Friday. Share this video on the weekends. It's real. And just like I think I should have the outro. Many men. Hey. Bye-bye, y'all. Toodles.